everybody, how's it going? This is Matt from SnusCENTRAL.org and SnusTV.com. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today, and like always, enjoying good snus. Today we're going to be looking at a special offering for Mr. Connie Anderson and AG Snus, and this one is something that I'm not too crazy about, but I do like it. Now keep in mind these are all of my opinions, and take these with a grain of salt. So today we're going to be looking at none other than Mr. Connie Anderson's Hope and Glory. Now, these are highly anticipated snoozes, and I gotta tell you, I'm happy they're released because they do offer a pretty darn good flavor profile for what they are, and there's something totally different. So while I'm having the white portion of this during the review, I'm actually going to be drinking my favorite IPA with this snus, and that is none other than Two Hearted Ale from Bell's Brewery right out of Comstock, Michigan. So this is a phenomenal beer to pair with this snus, and yeah, let's get into this. So good, guys. So I figured this would be a perfect beer to pair with this because this is the descriptor on the back, and I can attest to this. Brewed with 100% Centennial hops, this Bell's American IPA is named after the majestic Two-Hearted River in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, bursting with hop aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit and perfectly balanced with a malt backbone. This beer is well suited for adventures everywhere. And guys, I'm a huge craft brew fan from Michigan, and I gotta say, Bell's is by far my favorite brewery. So shameless plug to them because they make some good stuff that pairs with this Hope and Glory quite nicely. And if you can find this, and if you can find, or when you pick up Hope and Glory, and if you can find this stuff, definitely give it a shot with the snus because it's good stuff. So I know Chad's going to ask about this. So this is 7% alcohol by volume, and I don't really know the IBUs on this one off the top of my head, but good stuff. So anyway, guys, let's jump straight into this. I don't want to keep you guys waiting, and stick around for the can design after this. So, Hope and Glory, guys. Like I said, this is something that I have been highly anticipating, and this has a really unique blending of ingredients and flavors into this snus. So Hope and Glory is made with 100% American hops, malt, and get this, guys, Perique tobacco. Yes, Perique tobacco from New Orleans, made from two farmers, and they specialize in this tobacco all year round. And I gotta say, ever since I stopped smoking a pipe and switched to snus, I've been looking for Perique tobacco in a snus. And Mr. Connie Anderson did a pretty good job. From what I remember, Perique tobacco does have this spicy character to it, and it's subtly sweet. Now with this snus, the flavor descriptor that Connie quotes this as, and I might get a few things wrong, forgive me, is it has a really nice grapefruit flavor there. The Perique tobacco is a little bit sweet with some spicy tones, and you get that nice bold hop character, as well as some pine, some grapefruit rind, and a little bit of tropical fruit. Now, here's the thing with this stuff, guys. Me personally, in the flavor department, on the white portion, let's start off with that, I don't taste too much of a boldness in flavors. And to me, this is where the hope comes in. I really hope that Connie Anderson beefs up the flavor in this. I know it's supposed to be primarily paired with an IPA beer because he doesn't want to slay me in the face with flavor. But for me, I don't drink IPA beer all the time. So I really wish that flavor in this one would be amped up just a little bit more, and just throw some more flavors at me with this, because I like it, but it's not my favorite because it's not really that strong of a flavor. All of the tobacco flavors, the citrus, the sweetness, and the fruit flavor, which is primarily to me like a almost like a grapefruit is there, but it's very in the background and it's mellow. It's not something that you can easily distinguish when you have it in. You have to go through a couple portions, for me at least, to find those flavors, and you have to keep it in for quite a long time. Now, flavor longevity on the white portion is going to last you a good 45 minutes in the upper lip, and granted, you will unlock more of those flavors the longer that the portion is in. But I do gotta say, guys, for it being a white portion, it needs to have a little bit more moisture in here. It's a little bit dry. But that aside, the portion itself is pretty darn soft in the upper lip. And this guy, as well as the original portion, are both sitting at a 1.0% nicotine strength. So it doesn't overdo you when you're drinking some of these heavier IPAs with higher alcohol in them. So that's good. But if you're using the snus solely for the nicotine hit and the flavor, it's not really recommended from me personally. So it's more of a pairing snus with a beer. Let's move on to Hope and Glory original portion. Now this one surprised me a lot more than the white portion. This one is a lot more bolder, complex flavors, and it's my favorite out of the two, I gotta say. This one I found quite enjoyable. Granted, it is very moist, so the drip does bug me just slightly, but I can live with that. It's a good snus, especially for the original portion. With this one, I pick up more of the pine, more of the grapefruit, a little bit more malt, but it's in the background. And the tobacco sweetness does come through on this as well, that peppery kick. So I like this one a heck of a lot better than the white, but to me it is still pretty darn mild. So Connie, if you're watching this, and I know you are, sir, first off, thank you for releasing a fantastic snus, but second, please just add a little bit more flavor in these snoozes. I get what you're trying to do, and I applaud you for that, sir. You did a great job for what I think you're trying to hit as far as a pairing snus with a beer. But I do believe that people that want to use snus on their own without drinking beer need to have just a little bit more flavor there to pick up those nuances. So it's a good job, but it does need a little bit of work, sir. That's all I'm going to say on that one. It's going to be rotated in and out of my rotation as a treat here and there, but it's not something that I'm going to normally go to on an everyday basis. Another beer that another snus that I like to pair with beers is Odin's Stark or Scroof Ecological Portion Original, because those two go great with beer. So those are another couple options that have those peppery notes in there, and they have that good tobacco character. Also, Eton is surprisingly a good beer, or a good snus to pair with a beer. But these, if you're solely drinking IPA beer, great option. So anyway, guys, let's take a look at these cans in a little bit closer detail, and then we'll wrap things up. Alright, so let's take a look at these two Hope and Glory cans. These are absolutely stunning, aren't they? And I gotta ask Mr. Connie Anderson if he can comment down below, who designed these cans for you? Did you design these, or did somebody you know design these? Because these are gorgeous. For a craft product, this definitely makes it stand out, and just gives it a nice just balance of flashiness and cleanness and artisan quality to it. I like it a lot. My favorite out of the two has got to be the white portion can. I'm a sucker for white cans, as you guys know, and it's just a sharp can. Both of these, as you can see, has the same styling on the top of the catch lid, the really nice tasteful font, the beer slosh at the bottom here, and as you can see, it also has hops too. It's really cool. Connie Anderson's signature, the AG Snus seal, and then around the side of the can, it's got the same Hope and Glory IPA white on this one, and the darn warning label. Now, these are mandated, I don't really like this, guys. I don't like that, but hopefully they'll remove these in the future, because as you guys know, snus really isn't that bad. It really has a lot lower risk of everything. So, but yeah, I definitely like the white can. That's my favorite, but the black, the original portion, is pretty darn sharp as well. It's got a really nice contrast here. The white font And that beer slosh just pops a heck of a lot better on this black can. And it's got the same stylization on the side. Really nice here, guys. Just a super craft looking can. Now these are a plastic can. They're not found in the metal tins, just to keep costs down a little bit. And the portions are a little bit less in here as well. You don't get as many portions, and the reason why is because they want to keep the cost down on these, but still offer you a fantastic product. So let me pop these open here real quick. Now taking a look at the portions, even though I do like the original portion better, I have used a little bit more of the white portions. Just because they last a little bit longer in the upper lip as far as flavor longevity compared to the originals. But yeah, these are very nice and plump as far as the white portion goes. Plenty of tobacco in here to keep you satisfied. So if you like thick portions, I'd gravitate towards the white portion. And these are super soft too for being a white portion. Now when you move on to the original, a little bit less tobacco in there, but hey, no harm, no foul, right? It's still a great portion in the upper lip, super nice and moist, so it gets those flavors rocking straight away. And paired with beer, I like the white portion a little bit better than the original, but everyone's different. But then again, I do like the original portion a little bit better in flavor profile than the white. And real quick, too, I wanted to mention, I do tend to favor Mellgrens just a little bit more because it's a little bit bolder of a flavor. Like I said, these are pretty mild in the flavor department, so these are more of a pairing snus with the beer, to where the Mellgrens is more of a, just a slam you in the face type of flavor with a higher nicotine strength, and I personally like that a lot better because I don't drink beer all the time with my snus. And yeah, even though the Mellgrens was a little bit soapy at times in the flavor, I like that just a little bit better than Hope and Glory. But, these are still pretty darn decent options, guys. Give them a shot. So anyway, let's wrap things up. All right, guys, so I hope you found this this can design pretty darn interesting and cool. I thought they were amazing myself. Also, if you guys like the new format, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about this new format, jumping straight into the flavor profile instead of the can design. I hope you guys watched it up to this point, and if you have, thank you very much for sticking around, supporting the channel. Thank you for giving it the thumbs up and a share. This is a highly anticipated snus, and I'm so glad to give it to you guys in an honest fashion. So anyway, guys, if you want to stay connected in the world of Swedish snus, be sure to head on over to none other than SnusCENTRAL.org for the latest articles my friend Larry Waters wrote. And don't forget to check out our Facebook and Instagram page too to stay connected in the world of Swedish snus along the day. And yeah, so and until next time, the two snoozes that I have coming up next are going to be the Lenny's from GN Tobacco and the Mint, Odin's Mint. Those are two phenomenal snoozes, and I like those quite a bit. So, spoiler alert, until next time, they're great. So stick around for those too, guys. Thanks for watching this video, and give this one a shot. Give it a couple cans, and if you like it, buy a roll. Because it's a phenomenal craft snus, and I don't think you could really go wrong with it. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and until next time, you know the drill. Enjoy good snus.